Based on what you're able to see, at least from the pictures that you that are being broadcast around the world, but of course from your teams on the ground, how would you assess the damage and what is needed right now?
Well, it's very reminiscent for me of the 2004 tsunami, which hit Indonesia and Sri Lanka. Basically, everything's been swept away, and we can see these waves going in at least 5 kilometers inland. So the immediate needs, really, for people in the area who've survived the tsunami are going to be addressing their health concerns. So we've got teams from the Japanese Red Cross who are out moving into those areas at the moment. But also, there are going to be thousands of people probably who are homeless. They're going to need shelter. They're going to need blankets. They're going to need food and water. So we're going to have to work very closely with the local authorities to address those problems.
And when something like this happens, everyone goes into alert and emergency mode. And when we hear this word a lot, assess the situation. But when you're in the situation right now, it's very difficult to actually sit back and say, okay, we're going to assess the situation. What can you imagine? I guess you can take the 2004 tsunami as a model. But when you go into a situation like this, people are going to be needing immediate help.
They are going to need immediate help, and the Japanese authorities and civil defense and armed forces, they undertake regular drills because obviously it's a very earthquake-prone country, and they have stockpiles of supplies, they have materials, they have systems in place, because in this kind of context, coordination is absolutely vital. You can't just have anyone going in there dropping food randomly, because it creates sort of chaos. So it's absolutely vital that we get the response right. And the Japanese Red Cross is very much part of that.
And the interesting thing, we're just showing their pictures again of the roads that have been pretty much sliced apart. And I'm sorry, Patrick, if you could just stand by 1 second. We're just getting this information that the Japanese, the government is now forcing some 2,000 residents near the nuclear plant of Fukushima to evacuate. And of course, the big question is, where do they go? But also getting to them, because when you're seeing the infrastructure there being devastated, is a huge and very difficult prospect.
Absolutely, and this is one of the main challenges we face. And we certainly faced it in 2004 in Indonesia, where we had to bring in special trucks which are actually designed for off-road travel to meet the needs in some of the most remote areas. So we use trucks, we use boats, we use helicopters, we use any kind of means to get into these areas to help people.